Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy, Calvin Stewart, broker owner of Stewart Real Estate. I hope you guys are having an awesome day so far. So, we're finishing up 2018. We're in December. We're about to get to Christmas time. Everybody is so excited. Everybody is so pumped. So many things are happening. But sellers may find that the housing market is starting to come to a standstill, which means it's one of the perfect times for you as a buyer to start purchasing properties, because this is going to be the last time of the year where you're going to be able to get properties for a very low price. Next year, we're going to be starting off the winter time, and then house prices are going to start shooting up for the rest of the year again, because we're going to hit springtime, we're going to hit summertime. It's just going to start rising. So if you're going to purchase, now is the time. I've been asked by so many people, hey Calvin, I've never purchased a house before. Where do I start? So I'm going to be pointing everybody to come check out these videos when they ask me these questions, because I'm going to go over in detail how you get started, what you do, and how to actually purchase a home, especially if you've never bought before. If you have purchased before and you're just a little bit rusty, you haven't purchased in a while, check these videos out. Let's see if we can give you guys some good tips, okay? So let's get into it. This is going to start off our home buyer steps. A lot of you who followed me before have seen that I have done some videos about different steps of purchasing a home. I haven't done them in a while, and I'm asked this a lot, so I'm going to be putting these together so that I can have something to show you guys when you guys want to look back at. If you guys want to refresh your memory, just click the video, check it out, pass the video on to your friends and family. Okay, but let's dive straight into it. Step number one. When you're first looking to purchase a house, reach out to a real estate agent. Whether you get a referral from a friend, a family member, whether you go online and you find one, or, of course, I'm going to tell you, call Calvin, especially if you're in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Give me a call directly. Give Stewart Real Estate a call. Use any of my agents. If you guys are living in any other area, we do have a lot of referral agents that we work with. We can refer you guys also. So step number one, call a good real estate agent. You want to reach out to me? My number is behind you, 244-472-7453. Okay? Give me a call, shoot me a text message, whatever. But anyway, you need to establish a relationship with a real estate agent, because they're going to be guiding you through this process. Okay? So they should be bringing you in for an actual buyer's consultation. So step one is actually having a buyer consultation with a real estate agent. Okay? In this buyer consultation, you guys are going to go over and determine your wants and your needs. There's a lot of things you want in a property, and there are a lot of things that you actually need to have. Like, if you have a bunch of people in your home and you need to have 3 or 4 bedrooms, that's a need. You might want to have granite countertops, but it's not necessarily a need, and that can be changed. It's a lot easier to change countertops than it is to change something like a bedroom or a bathroom. Those are tangible needs that most people are just going to start off getting in the beginning. So you want to determine how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms you want, what location do you want to live in, what kind of home do you want to have? Do you want a condo? Do you want a townhouse? Do you want an apartment? Do you want a detached property? Do you want a farm? Do you want a colonial? What type of property are you actually looking for? Okay. It's also going to have you establish agency. So establishing agency is very, very, very important. Maryland, especially, there's a couple different ways agents can represent people in the transaction, or not represent them in the transaction. Long story short, we'll talk about agency at a different time, but long story short, if you do not have an agency agreement signed with that agent, they are not necessarily representing you. Agencies should be established in your first face-to-face, your first meeting. They should be determining, hey, I'm going to be your buyer's agent. Here is a form, a disclosure, showing you who represents who in the transaction, and here's my agency agreement establishing me as your buyer's agent so that I can actually represent you and help you. Otherwise, I might just be working for the seller. Anyway, you want to have your buyer requirements outlined. As a buyer, you owe a certain amount of fiduciary and loyalty to that agent. So the agent needs to tell you what your requirements are. Work with them through the transaction. You also need to get pre-approved if you're not buying in cash. So you need to be able to work through all the steps And your agent's going to help you through all those steps to let you know what your requirements are. You require a pre-approval letter. You might require down payment. You require earnest money deposit. There are a lot of different things in the transaction that you're actually going to have to do. In addition to that, the agent's going to outline their responsibility. How are they actually helping you in the transaction? Are you expecting them to be doing something that they don't do? Are they a full-service agent? Are they not so full-service agent? Are they a full-time agent? Are they a part-time agent? What days do those agents work? And they're going to explain the actual process of purchasing to you. Buying a home can be very, very, very fun. I love it. Personally, that's why I do this every single day. I love the process of real estate. I love helping people get from one place to the next place. But it is a process, and there are steps. So you want to make sure you take those steps in order. And you want to make sure you get through the first step before you get to the fifth step. Because if you take the steps in the wrong order, you're not going to have such a good, fun transaction. And my goal, of course, is to make sure the transaction is as smooth as possible. And any agent you work with should be trying to explain to you ahead of time what you should expect. So by the time you get there, you know, hey, they've already prepared me for this. Okay? And then, of course, this is the way that you actually start to get to know your agent. You guys want to make sure that you're a good fit. Sometimes you might not get along with that agent. You're going to be spending a lot of time with this real estate agent. You really want to make sure you're comfortable with him. So make sure you get to know your agent. Make sure your agent gets to know you. Figure out what they like to do for fun. See if you have any common interests. I personally like to build relationships more than just a transactional relationship. So I like to get involved with my client's life. I like to let my clients, my buyers, sellers get involved with my life because real estate is a lifestyle. And of course, this whole consultation doesn't always have to be done in person. I personally like to invite people into my office. We're over here in my office right now. But I like to invite you in, chat with me for a little while. I can actually get to meet you, especially if you're not a friend or a family member. I want to actually figure out who you are before I start showing you properties. I want to see who I'm taking out. But that can be done in person or on the phone. So if you talk with an agent, they can do this whole consultation on the phone also. They can email you all your agency stuff. That can be done electronically. But the whole purpose of a buyer consultation is to kind of develop a criteria and set a target. And your agent's going to help you come up with the plan and how to get that target, how to achieve that goal. So if you have any questions about this buyer consultation, you want to have one for yourself, give me a call, shoot me a text message, 240-472-7453. I'll definitely be talking to you guys soon. Have a great weekend, okay? Take care.